Good morning, good evening, and happy New Year's to you all. I'm sorry for being so late, but to be honest, the last couple updates were nothing really to comment on. And I was away, so I didn't feel like I had the need to go over any of it. Like I'm sure you could have just figured it out pretty easily just by going to the Discord and looking at the JJS update log or just watching someone else's video. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But we got one new move for Toto, which is simply just a powerful punch. We also did get a nerf a couple updates back for Toto, which is unfortunate because his character was just amazing on release. No cooldown boogie woogie. I loved it. But sadly, of course, things had to come to an end. We got a nerf. We had to be in direct line of sight. We could not boogie woogie behind walls, and there was a 2-second cooldown. Now the 2-second cooldown wasn't really that much. I didn't really find much of a difference with it. If you wanted to spam it, you wasn't able to anymore, which is sad, but you know. But then we got a second update after that week, which was a bit of a boogie woogie buff, and we got the second move to boogie woogie, which was the powerful hook. But the buffs, we were able to go through walls with the boogie woogie technique, but it remained the same for which the cooldown was enabled. But also, if you were ragdolled, you'd be able to boogie woogie much quicker, which is actually a little weird. I personally am on the mix with this one. I don't really know what the intention was. But I'm still trying to figure out ways that I can possibly use it for my advantage. It is very disorientating when it comes to combos. If you do a normal boogie woogie, the person's able to tell instantly like that you're trying to do a boogie woogie, and they're probably going to turn or do an attack to try and counter you. But as soon as they're ragdolled, you can possibly use that a little bit to disorientate them quicker and dash behind them whilst boogie woogieing to maybe throw them off. Of course, the nerf was a character breaker, but thankfully we got the buff back, so Toto is no longer like unplayable. It's not completely the end of the world for even an early access character with 2 moves. You should already know these things. I shouldn't have to mention them. For the past 2 weeks I've been gone, and there's plenty of other YouTubers that exist. And I don't think anyone relies on me for weekly updates yet, since I'm still a very small channel. But now let's get straight to the update. The update is going to be tomorrow. This was delayed. It was pushed back. It was meant to be today. And this video was originally meant to be uploaded yesterday, but I've had to make a few changes, which is alright. There's nothing bad with that. And these things happen, which is okay. But I've collected some information on the Discord, and some people are theorizing that the new game mode that was teased is going to be a Juggernaut game mode, and I do believe this is going to be massive. This is going to be... I can't say that. In all fairness, there is a lot of leaks / sneak peeks that exist that can back up this claim. Like, many of the sneak peeks that are available are showing like actually decent proof for a Heian era Sukuna boss type Juggernaut game mode. I never expected the first 2025 update to be this big in terms of claims. I mean, I guess Z is really amping up his scale of updates, yet he's still busy in his 2-month hiatus, which is incredible. Like, he's still pumping out what seems to be theorized as a pretty big update. Now, a while back, a leaked video came up on YouTube and TikTok, and it's a video of Z doing a domain expansion that seems to be a Heian era version of Sukuna. The sneak peek that was released in the JJS Discord by Z mentions final tests of a new game mode, and there was a picture taken and it was released inside of the text channel. Now, I do believe that the video and the picture was released almost around the same time and it was someone who recorded the same session as that one picture is being taken in. I do think this is possible since there was some proof that this leak was real, which further strengthens the possibility of this character coming into fruition. Now, it could be a third awakening for Vessel, but I do think this is an unrealistic outcome, and I find that Z probably wouldn't add this sort of thing to JJS. However, I do think the Juggernaut game mode is coming to either JJS Roulette or as its own standalone game mode. How the game mode works is one person is selected to be the Juggernaut and will obtain the Heian Era Sukuna with buffed health and damage, and everyone else has 1 life, and they have to try and kill the Heian Era Sukuna user, and the Heian Era Sukuna user has to kill everyone else. And depending on who does what first, it depends on which team wins. I mean, if this is true, this allows for more opportunities such as an overpowered Toji or Ghetto boss character. It makes the characters that I don't think that'll make their way into the main game have a very high opportunity to shine in this game mode if this is the case. And another even better reason to add this, it allows builders such as myself to access to more characters and more moves, which doesn't exist in the base game, which just gives more creativity and more flexibility with moveset builders and such things like that. Now, moving on, I do think Toto will be getting a new move this update, hopefully. Z actually did release a clip of what I suspect to be a new finisher for Toto's powerful punch. And I'm just saying, there's a lot of debris and destruction in the clip. It looks very cool, and I can't wait to see it being released tomorrow. To find out what it actually might be. I am back now. There is a little bit of complications in terms of university, but I will do my best to get a video out tomorrow and showcase everything that's been released, and hopefully it is big, so I do have a big video to cover. But thank you again. Bye bye.